A great weekend for Black Stars forwards, who I'm going to talk about today. Tentative, possible forwards that will be called up by Coach Chris HUGHTON. As said, most of them were on the score sheet. Antoine Semenyo opened his account for the season, following up from that assist he gave in the affairs game for AFC Bournemouth. Also, Inyaki Williams was on target for Athletic Bilbao in their game. It was a great weekend for goal scoring forwards for the Black Stars. Osman Bukhari as well was on target. Despite me adding him to the wingers, I think he will be a forward who has improved his game, a forward who has improved his game for his club side. Hopefully it translates to the national team as he did in that second leg versus Angola. Today it's time to look at the final possible squad in terms of the forward that will be playing versus Central African Republic in just under 2 weeks' time. Ghana versus Central African Republic. An all-important win for the Ghana Black Stars if they want to be at Afcon. A draw could be enough as well, but Central African Republic need to win and they would not let up. The first leg ended in a 1-1 draw away here at the Vira Sports Stadium. These are the likely forwards that Chris HUGHTON should be calling out. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. We'll jump right into it. The strikers or forwards, as is the case, and I've made some interesting introductions here. I'll start off with a new guy who I think Chris HUGHTON, owing to the fact that he went to see him play for his club side, would be in here. Gregson Che, yes, he is playing with Clermont Foot along with Ali Duseidu. Gregson Che last season made it clear that he would be available to play for Ghana should he get the call up, and clearly Chris HUGHTON and co have been listening. The striking position is a problem for the Ghana Black Stars in the past, and since the retirement, now confirmed retirement of Baby Jetta Samuajan, we are yet to find a competent replacement in that position. Gregson Che, could he be the one? Well, we've heralded some others as the possible ones to take over, but I think it's about time we stop trying to find a replacement for Baby Jetta Samuajan and find a formula that could work for any striker we bring in. We have to find a system that will provide opportunities for strikers to finish, a system that talks to the midfielders to create chances and not be selfish in trying to go for glory themselves, a system that any forward will strive in. I think that's ultimately what we need to do, and Gregson Che could thrive in such a system, as is the case with any of these forwards that I'm going to name. Gregson Che, I think he will get a debut call up. Will he play? Well, your guess is as good as mine, but I think owing to the fact that Chris HUGHTON went to see him, he would be a part of the team at some point in time. Also, Inyaki Williams, obviously he switched nationalities ahead of the World Cup. I expect him to be in Chris HUGHTON's team. He opened his scoring for the club side Athletic Bilbao after missing out on Ghana's game versus Madagascar owing to injuries which he had in the course of the season, which needed treatment. He's back now, fully fit, ready to go, finding the back of the net, and he is happy to be back. Hopefully he does translate to the national team where he has struggled a wee bit, and it also goes to the fact that probably he's not been getting the service he needs to thrive with the national team. Hopefully the boys who are in midfield are supposed to supply him will do the needful. He needs supply, and if you watch how he plays for his club side and juxtapose that with how he plays for the national team, yeah, he does get supply and he thrives on good service. So we will see how things go on that front for Inyaki Williams, who I'm expecting to be open the scoring over the weekend for the season. Hopefully it gives him a boost of confidence that would take him into that Central African Republic game, knowing what needs to be done and doing the needful. Next player on my list is Antoine Semenyo. Also similar situation with Inyaki in terms of missing out on the Madagascar game. We were without most of our favorite forwards, but Antoine Semenyo opened the scoring, following it up with an assist in the affairs game, coming on as a substitute. Antoine, in my opinion, is someone who has potential. He's shown it finding the back of the net for Ghana, if I'm not mistaken, 2 times in a friendly versus Switzerland and also in a game versus Angola. The first leg in Kumasi, he would love the Kumasi crowd right now and probably could make a case to start or play a part in this one here versus Central African Republic. A game Ghana needs to win. Goals scored by forwards have been few and far between in recent times. Antoine Semenyo has shown his need for service, but limited service he can thrive on. Not to say service is, well, overflowing service is not appreciated or wanted, but he can feed on breadcrumbs if there are any, and I think that he would be a great addition to the national team. It's great to see him back to full fitness after getting, unfortunately, injured, getting to the tail end of last season. He is back with a bang. A goal versus Liverpool, unfortunately, ended in a loss, but he showed his prowess. Next on my list is Ernest Nuamah, the hottest kid on the block right now. Nuamah is a person of interest for Lyon. He is set to leave. He was excused from the squad that played over the weekend. He was not in as FC Nordsjælland lost over the weekend, and Nuamah has been given the opportunity to complete this move to Lyon. A great step up in his development. The 19-year-old unfortunately did not thrive with the under-23 side, but hopefully the senior national team is where he does make the mark. He played for versus Madagascar in that 0-0 draw. He would want to make another appearance for the Ghana Black Stars. Hopefully, it does count for something. He got the goal in the under-23 Afcon in Ghana's first game win. 3-2 it ended. Could have been more, should have been more. But Nuamah is a talent, a real deal talent. And it'll be remiss to see Chris Hughton not call him back into the national team. I think these are the forwards I would work with: Antoine Semenyo, Gretchen Che, Inyaki Williams, and Ernest Nuamah. But you'd have to know that the captain of the side, Andre Ayew, despite him still not having a club, could still be included. He's not in my possible squad, but owing to the fact that he is the captain and Chris Hughton cannot omit the captain, unless he can't call him, but probably not play him as he did in his very first game with Ghana. We'll see how that one goes. But Andre Ayew, owing to the fact that he's not with the club now, match fitness comes into play here, I would omit him from the national team. Thomas Partey, potential vice captain, could be the captain, and we could move on from there. But let me know what you think in the comments box. Andre Ayew, I'm omitting him because he does not have a club currently. Probably Chris doesn't mind and feels he could offer something. But to me, probably not the right time. He needs to sort out his club future, and then we move on from there. So that has been it for today. The possible forwards that could be playing for Ghana versus Central African Republic. Let me know what you think in the comments box. Who did I miss out on? Which player could be here? Francis Amuzu? Well, he has not been called up before, but made himself available. I don't think Chris would call him. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great week.